In America, power is written, in contracts, in laws, and in courtrooms. In China, power is built, in steel, in silicon, and in silent, relentless precision. Both nations dominate the modern world, but one writes the rules, while the other engineers reality. This is the untold story of how America became a nation of lawyers and China, a nation of engineers. The United States has more lawyers per capita than any other country on Earth, nearly 1.3 million of them. Meanwhile, China produces over 1.2 million engineers every single year. One country perfects the art of the deal, the other perfects the art of design. And together they're locked in a new kind of Cold War, a war between code and contract. When the United States was born, it wasn't built by emperors or engineers, it was built by lawyers. Of the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence, 25 were legally trained. The Founding Fathers didn't just write a nation into existence, they legalized it. America's Constitution became the country's greatest engineering project, not of steel, but of words. As the nation grew, so did its obsession with the rule of law. From the hallowed halls of Harvard Law School to the towering law firms of New York City, power flowed not from factories, but from contracts. By the 20th century, legal expertise became America's currency of control. Corporations like Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and Raytheon thrived under intricate layers of defense contracts, where billions were won or lost not on the battlefield, but within carefully crafted legal clauses. Even today's tech giants, Google, Apple, Microsoft, rely on an army of corporate lawyers to protect patents, shape antitrust laws, and navigate the complex power web of Washington. America's empire was built not by who built the machines, but by who owned the rights to them. Meanwhile, across the Pacific, a very different story was unfolding in China. After centuries of dynastic cycles and decades of revolution, China's leadership understood a fundamental truth: whoever builds rules. In the 1980s, when Deng Xiaoping opened China to the world, he didn't call for lawyers, he called for engineers. Universities were reoriented to train the next generation of technical minds. And by the early 2000s, the results were staggering. China was graduating 10 times more engineers than the United States. From there, the rise was unstoppable. Huawei redefined global telecommunications. BYD became the world's largest electric vehicle manufacturer. CRRC built the world's fastest high-speed trains. DJI took over the skies with its drones. And SMIC is now closing the gap on semiconductor independence. Each of these companies wasn't just building products, they were building sovereignty. Where the US used law to expand its power, China used engineering to rebuild civilization itself. Every empire is built on its own cultural code. In the West, the hero is often the maverick who outsmarts the system. In China, the hero is the engineer who perfects the system. America's educational model celebrates argument, creativity, and individual leadership. China's celebrates discipline, mastery, and precision. So while American students grow up watching courtroom dramas and political debates, Chinese students grow up building robots and bridges. In the US, power means influence. In China, power means infrastructure, and it shows. The US government employs around 35,000 lawyers. China's government, especially within the Communist Party's leadership, employs millions of engineers. While America debates the laws of power, China is quietly engineering it. This difference is most visible in how each nation creates value. In America, corporations like Bechtel and Halliburton have mastered the art of the contract. Every government deal, every Pentagon project is a legal empire of paperwork and negotiation. Billions can be spent before the first bolt is even turned. In China, companies like the China State Construction Engineering Corporation and Sany Heavy Industry master the art of execution. If America writes the plan, China builds it. But China's power lies in its ability to build that innovation faster, with engineers who can turn blueprints into reality almost overnight. When OpenAI writes groundbreaking code, it's American law that protects it. When Huawei builds 5G networks, it's Chinese engineers who deploy them across the globe, somewhere between law and logic, between the contract and the circuit. The future of global power is being negotiated. America built a nation of rules. China built a nation of results. One writes the laws that shape the world. The other builds the world that those laws try to control. Both are right. Both are powerful. But in the age of artificial intelligence, the ultimate question is no longer who rules by law or by engineering. It's who can engineer the law itself. Thanks for watching. If you found this perspective interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the forces shaping our world. See you in the next video.